When do you cut bait? And I think you know what I mean by that, right? They make you, like, I can't do this because you didn't do this. I can't do that because you didn't do that. You know, when do you know that employee is not going to perform regardless of what you put on it in front of them?
I think it starts earlier on. I'll back up a little bit before we get to that point where somebody is requiring that kind of level of support. And there is a degree of accountability of the person who is hiring and training and supporting that person well before it's that person's issue or problem, to have identified them as appropriate for that role in the first place, and then given them the correct level of training and everything that comes along, onboarding and all of the things that make that person prepared to avoid that kind of conversation. But to answer your question, I think there's a really good and moment that is support and empathy, but you have got to commit to being at this level in terms of your performance. When somebody commits to that, and then regardless of the challenges that continue to confront that person, I think the commitment is more important than the actual arrival. And if somebody's willing to move the needle and demonstrate what's needed, and with mutual kind of support and accountability that can be demonstrated through incremental change, positive change toward that goal, I don't think that, I think there's an indefinite space for that person to improve, as long as, again, they're willing to get there and demonstrate over time that they're reaching milestones. The difference is when this is not my fault, it's yours. You didn't train me, I'm not willing to. All of that has to go away for both parties in order for them to be able to even get to a place of improvement. It doesn't matter who was responsible to begin with. At the end of the day, I am. But that person also needs to be mutually prepared and willing to go to the next step. And when that doesn't exist, it won't get there for either of you. And there's toxicity that starts to, fester kind of in the person's workplace and in their work, and you can see that then. But otherwise, that willingness and an ability to improve incrementally over time is more important, and should create indefinite space, in my opinion.
Thank you. That's great.